that because my microphone just picked up my voice and just echoed. So apologies for that. Welcome back to Anachronox. This is part 9 of the series, and we are here on Sunder after arriving here in our last episode. For those of you joining us, we are looking for Dr. Ro Bowman in the Rainbow Sanctuary, but we don't currently have any idea of where the Rainbow Sanctuary is. So, off we go to find it. Reasonably certain we've talked to most of the scientists that are actually wandering around the place already. Dr. Bathany, I'm nervous, can you tell? I design advanced ion propulsion engines. I know spaceflight is safe, but look, my hands are shaking. I need to relax. Someone told me I should try making fists with my toes. I wonder who would have told you that. Dr. Chu, don't look now, but I think the young lady sitting over there keeps looking over at me. Okay, look now. Wait, don't. She's looking. Okay, now. Did you see her? She looks nervous. I've probably got her all flustered, poor thing. She's adorable, isn't she? She keeps squirming her toes. I bet she's afraid I'm going to walk over there and talk to her. She's probably very shy. You think I should go talk to her? Not unless you like rejection. Yeah, it's just a fantasy in my mind, isn't it? Thanks, I might have made an ass of myself. She is pretty cute though, isn't she? Professor Bargo. I like how this vibrates my butt. Okay then. Give it a try. It feels great. No, thank you. Dr. Meziriak. I'm assuming my luggage is going to come out here at some point. Everyone else got their luggage. Where's mine? It's probably on Cortica. This is ridiculous. I'm going to complain. Dr. Nicholson. Oh, what are you waiting for? Don't just stand there. Go find Dr. McLaurin. Dr. Kveach. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Don't get in the way of science. What do you want? Got a lot of luggage, lady. Dr. Revenjon, the Rainbow Sanctuary? That's where all the heretics are sequestered, isn't it? Yeah, you gotta get past the security checkpoint over there to find it. Okay, so that's a bit of a hint. Get past this security checkpoint, huh? Dr. Grapp. Everyone hails Sunder as a utopia of advanced thought, but it's just as prone to prejudice as any place. Sunder is divided into two different fields of research, almost like an academic caste system. The Scientific Association perpetuates the system by bestowing bigger grants to astrophysicists and offering them cheaper housing rates over less prestigious fields, like, say, botany. Remember when they discovered the cure for the Baraxis virus? The key to the vaccine was discovered on a lonely stretch of scrubland on Tartlian 2 by a botanist classifying plants, not some astrophysicist with their head in their clouds. And if your ideas run contrary to popular beliefs, you're branded a heretic and stripped of all prestige. It's awful how they raked Ro Bowman over the coals. I didn't even think her ideas were really all that radical. Mark my words, I'm going to put this place through some changes. Boy, that was odd. I just bumped into the strange-looking guy as I was leaving the bathroom. He couldn't have been a scientist. He was wearing red and black body armor. His face was evil. Dr. Tess Wynn, by the way. He didn't say anything. He just stared at me, then strode off. I got chills. Hell, I'm getting chills now. Look at my arm. The more moments that pass, the more it seems like I imagined him. That was truly bizarre. Should I report this to someone? Probably. What's this? No, it's just mousing over her. Officer Perot. Halt. Do you have a Class C security clearance? Class C security clearance? Beyond this gate is Rainbow Sanctuary. It's restricted. Heretics only. Can you lower the lasers for me? I'm new here and I want to explore. Afraid I couldn't lower the lasers even if I wanted to. Disabling frequencies are known by only 3 guards, and each one only knows 1 frequency each. What if I cleverly distract you and lower them while you're not looking? I guess in theory it would be possible to interrupt the flow of lasers without a clearance card. Interrupt them how? Well, there are 3 types of lasers running in high modulation behind me. If someone found the control panel for each one and managed to get the disabling frequencies from the 3 guards, then they could switch the lasers to low modulation. And that would lower the gate? Well, once the lasers switch to low modulation, you still have to block the flow with something. Block them with what? I suppose you could block the laser with anything thin enough to fit in the laser unit card slot. Card slot? In the control panel. Control panel? Have you been listening to anything I've been telling you? Like I said, if someone found the control panels for each type of laser and found out the secret frequency for them, they could switch the lasers to low modulation and block them with something thin enough to fit in the laser unit card slot. In other words, here's how you get by me. Assuming you can distract me. So we need to get the 3 frequencies, and we need to get some cards. Not sure where we're going to get those though. Well, okay, I know where we're going to get those, but you know, for dramatic's sake. Here before? Yeah, you were. Yeah, I'll pet the time minder again as we go by. Heel grease on the bar. Doctor sleeps. Salutations. This is perhaps the last drink I will ever serve. What alcoholic beverage may I serve you? Sissy beer, bubble water, chug-a-lug chug, tequila mockingbird. Nothing, please. I see. Very well. Professor Roja, you mean to tell me they don't serve mojitos here? They call this a civilized joint. Away with you. Dr. Jadub. Man, I can't believe it. I absolutely cannot believe it. I was scheduled to document a rare conjunction of moons around the Bernard III. It only occurs every 137 years. Since the Barneys don't keep very accurate astronomical records, it was up to me to record the rare event. If only my flight had been moved 2 hours. Now I might miss the conjunction. Man, I can't believe it. I absolutely can't believe it. Next time, don't book a flight so close to the event that you're interested in. Dr. Manberg, you always gotta chase down what you want. Chewing gum on the edge where you need to be. Professor Duomo, darling, I think you know what it is that I want to ask you, and I will as soon as this guy stops breathing down my neck. Seriously, if this guy would please leave, I can continue with this romantic moment. Guess I'll have to ask you later, jerk. No, not you. I'll just pretend he's not there. Dr. Fox, can't you see you're interrupting a beautiful moment? Oh, you're a rude young man. Don't mind me. Just a stalker. Dr. Purker, or something like that. When I was a child, I thought the reason you couldn't breathe in space was because of bad air. Can you believe that? Not no air, but bad air. I was such a stupid little kid. Thinking back on how stupid I was, I can't believe I managed to survive into adulthood. Number 3. Welcome to the Starport Lounge. Would you care for some complimentary playing cards? Sure, why not? Here you go. Please seat yourself. Service will come momentarily. Now we got our thin objects. Dr. persimmons, so I told her to hand me a canister beside the Torzowinski emitter. The goggles work better when the subject is exposed to certain types of radiation. What color were her scanties? Did the goggles work? That's the thing, my Volimia's friend. She wasn't wearing any whatsoever. I nearly spilled my beaker. Hey, can't you see we're conversing here, you schlep? Excuse me, what's the frequency? Frequency? The security lasers. Listen, buddy, I got a morning ritual. I drink a Bellini, converse with the locals, and munch a croissant before I open my briefcase and read my daily briefing. So get your face out of my routine before I club your brain pan. Now tell me, are they as nice as I imagine? I think she's starting to suspect. There's only so many times I can ask her to work near the Torzowski emitter. You've got to hook me up with a pair of them goggles. Maybe you can modify my helmet gear? Or perhaps if you can get me those crystalline samples you confiscated from Dr. Mom, we can work something out, no? Hey, can't you take a hand? Get the hell out of here. I'm gonna make a bundle with those goggles. If privacy laws permit. Hey, beat it before I beat you. Yeah, we already went through this conversation. So, I think... briefcase. Pick the lock. These and well. No attention to the person picking your briefcase right next to you. PAX Daily Agenda 8/18/26. Confidential. Regional Office, Sunder Division, Precinct B. 901 Hawking Avenue, Coliseum, Sunder, PC-2202. Kenneth Rather, badge number 88687-10181. Coliseum Starpoint, Sender. Maintenance hatch number 124-2212232. Luggage carousel, Terminal B, number 183-116220C. Laser Ops RM/LCU-6 grid 3565-B. Laser frequency 493 terahertz for official use only. I believe that temperament is tampering with your briefcase. Hey, keep your mitts off my stuff. So the blue laser is 493. And I'm going to quickly make a note of that. Somewhere where I can see it when we're mucking with it later. Those are the laser terminals, by the way. We still need to grab a couple more frequencies. We just have to find the guards. Officer Arabia, breathe, breathe! I'm taking anger management courses. I'm supposed to tense my muscles and breathe in. Breathe! The anger is draining out of me. The anger is draining out of me. I'm going to leave the anger behind me. I'm going to step out of my... It took my money! Shh. I'm okay. Really. I'm very centered. The anger is draining out of me. If I get the paper for you, will you give me the laser frequency? You got yourself a deal. It's not like you can do anything bad with it, right? It's worthless without the other frequencies. It's worthless! Besides, if you did anything bad with it, I'd spill your brains across the starport. So, I believe PAL will interface with it. There we go. Vendobot, bunch of binary text. Officer Arabia. Hey, you got me a paper out of that Vendobot without even touching it. How did you do that? Thanks, little robot man. That's swell. Now I can line the bottom of my Bipedri cage with fresh paper. The laser frequency is 691 terahertz. And that is the green laser, 691. Now to get the last one. We don't have a card key for this lock. Okay. Guess that'll be useful later. Professor Carniac. Hey you, try and grab me. Come on, I dare you. Be a sport, just try. See, you can't touch me. Nothing can. I'm generating an impenetrable force field. It can't be detected by most high-end optical thermal scanners out in the market today. I built the prototype myself. Only problem is, the fool doesn't know how to shut it off. A minor matter. Some of the variables were giving me a little trouble, but I've just about worked out the calculations. Shouldn't take too long to figure out. You better put that ridiculous contraption away before you're banished with the rest of the heretics. Killjoy. Why do you always have to spoil my fun? Oh dear, I've got to visit the restroom. Well, that's gonna be awkward. I'm not taking responsibility for any of this. Officer down. Can you stand in the middle of something? Can you tell me the frequency for the security laser? I've had a grueling day and I don't have time to talk to morons. Take a hike. Well, we will verbally beat him out of it. Now I take a really big breath before spouting all this out. Well, I know most of you Pax monkeys are a bit slow on the uptake. I mean, you can't have too many dangling between the noodle if you get your kick swinging the knuckle duster over the skull of every Tom, Dick, and Henrik who gives you lip. So let me explain it to you clear, nice, easy, and slow. It may look old to you, but under this glorious mane is a juvenescent soul. I think like a young man. I drink like a young man. I pitch woo like a young man. But my weakness is my memory. The years wear on like a paper dress, and before you know it, your memory is in tatters at the foot of the bed. Not to mention your ability to compose a metaphor or simile or whatever the hell it was I just said. Whatever the case, I forget things. I used to be a whistle punk back in the day. Know what that is? It was in the Cortican timber fields back when there was still a lumber industry to be had. Years ago, real hardwood was all the rage with the hausfraus, dressers, cellarettes, little Bourbon-style Davenports. The trend was burnished wood, and Cortica had tons of it. Again, this was back in the day. So I found myself in the timber fields as a whistle punk. Now you gotta understand the type of ramshackle operation the Corticans were running. Some things never change, and all they were after was to make a quick dime. Safety was a joke, and equipment consisted of leather gloves and a 5-year-old strider saw. Now when those Cortican furs fall, they come sliding down the hill like a Led Zeppelin. They take 600 years to mature, and the big ones take 3 weeks to saw through. Although we weren't dealing with the Mondo furs, even the crumb snatchers or whoppers. That's why there's a whistle punk at the top of the slope to warn the lumberjacks down below that troubles are coming. Anyway, it was during my timber years that the hernia developed. You know what that is, son? You get a rupture near your gooseneck, and your intestines decide they want some air. Mine got strangulated. They made me wear an itchy trust for longer than I care to tell. I tried working my magic with the ladies, but the moment they saw the support pad under my trousers, they ran for the hills. What was even worse was, enough! The frequency is 507 terahertz. Don't ever say another word to me again. Good luck with the hernia. Grumpus is also the master of TMI. Red is 507. Now we have the 3 frequencies, and we have the cards. And we can now get our way through the laser barrier. laser ops. The security laser is one of three protecting the restricted area of Calisum Starport. Maintenance personnel may need to be aware of basic functionality before attempting to repair any of the lasers. Important facts. Lasers have two frequency settings, operational and standby. Do not attempt to block or repair the laser while they are at operational frequency. For repair purposes, block the laser through the small slot in the card with an RM/LCU 6 laser card unit. Enter frequency numbers in the keypad. Press enter or clear if you wish to start over. Do not share frequency numbers with unauthorized personnel. This can only lead to pain, most likely yours. For more information, contact your maintenance supervisor. This is the green laser. The green laser needs to be at 691. At which point we can then slot the card. This playing card should substitute pretty good for the RM/LCU-6 laser card unit used by laser repair personnel. Green is now off. Should probably just stay his pal, because he's going to have to hack each one of these. And that's the same text that we read before. So this is the red laser at 507. Select the card. Red laser blocked. Now for the blue one. Oh, come on, little guy. It's the same hacking pattern. Click on you, meant to click on that. That's the green laser. What the heck happened? Did we somehow teleport somewhere? That's the red one. The blue. I must have glitched out somehow and got teleported back. 4934, the blue one. Oops, wrong button. All three lasers blocked. Pets time minder. Strangely, all the lasers have disappeared. I wonder how that happened. The guard doesn't care at all. Sorry for the inconvenience. Sidewalk out of order. You're kind of floating there, buddy. Professor Anachronox. Happy accidents are often the mother of invention. Case in point, I was toying with the gravimetric flux of inanimate objects when I inadvertently found a way to reverse the polarity of my boots. Now I've got myself some dandy anti-gravity footwear. Pretty neat, huh? You wish you had a pair. I gotta go, and it's up, up, and away. This can only end in tears. Bye. Dr. Blondini. I'd like to take my lunch break out here, but some heretic from the Rainbow Sanctuary invariably wanders over here and spoils my peace. I guess all those shuttles taking off spoil the peace too. Can you get out of my sun? True view torque. Which does enemies HP shown during battle. That's gonna be hella useful. Dr. Welcome to the Rainbow Sanctuary, home of the wretched and the depraved, home of the heretics. Ro Bowman is probably the most popular of us. She's made quite a number of magazine covers with her controversial best-selling book. She was the best that science had to offer, and they paid her back with public humiliation. In a purely politically motivated move, the Scientific Association found her theories unsound and branded her a heretic. Interesting term to use in this day and age, isn't it? Bowman was said to have committed heresy against science itself. Her findings were a slap in the face of the establishment. But if her theories were so extreme, why was she allowed to remain a member of the Scientific Association? And I accidentally clicked too fast at the rest of that. I'll tell you why. It's because those in power are smart enough to know that heretics are often the revolutionary thinkers who change the galaxy. Ro Bowman and the rest of us heretics are kept around in case our theories turn out to be true. We use the Scientific Association for funding, and they use us for our personal knowledge. Ain't politics wonderful? So enter at your own risk, Doctor. You might catch heretical thoughts. And it's a nice little rainbow on the wall. Oop. I should have checked downstairs before... Wait, what happened? I'm confused. Don't have a card key for that lock. I can't go that way. Okay. We should save here. Welcome to the Rainbow Sanctuary. Is there anything I can do for you? I'd like to see Dr. Bowman, please. Congratulations, you're our first visitors in the 6 months she's been here. Let me just get her on the line. Half a moment. Dr. Bowman? Dr. Bowman, are you there? Hello, dear. She must have disconnected the line. She can be difficult sometimes. Let me walk you to her office. Follow Miss Catchpins to Dr. Bowman's laboratory, and stop looking at her butt, Boots. afraid the Bebop will have to wait here. Security reasons. Pal, you better sit here while we see the doctor. I'd hate for you to touch something and accidentally short yourself. Whatever. Ready? Red, red, green, green. Probably have to remember that. There's still that really annoying tone. Kind of insanity check the work as we go. Security's pretty ridiculous, I know. Red, green, blue, yellow. Do things like that, you know you're going to need them later. People to talk to. Professor Furry, the Scientific Association adds insult to injury by forcing heretics to relocate here to the Rainbow Sanctuary. How are we supposed to get any work done this close to the starport? It's a ribcage you have there, sir. Dr. Pelton, I excavated this 3 million year old Peruvian skeleton from a dry riverbed last month. Unfortunately, it's missing important pieces. My theories concerning the evolution of the Peruvian species are controversial, refuting some of the most cherished beliefs out of the origin of their people. In a political move typical of the Scientific Association, it was downgraded to heretic status to placate the large contingent of Peruvians on Sunder. Gemini? Glory, I never thought my gracious and munificent benefactor would ever smuggle into contact. Just in time. The prototype is ready and operational. All I require is final payment. It's in an unlabeled Cortican bank account. Access codes arrive via internet shortly. Very well. Be very careful not to break the seal before placing it in a sterilized environment. The results might be most unfortunate. Got the package. Taco. Dr. Norwood, the only way to lose your heretic status is to hope your political enemies who put you on the list are either out of power or dead. I have no such luck. Ready to continue Dr. Bowman's laboratory? Yes. Walk this way. Now that I think about it, she's probably going to go right upstairs where we were, because the door with the colored lock was there. With me? Good. Green, yellow, green, yellow. Almost there. Red, green, red, blue, yellow, green. See if I can tweak this and set it a little bit.
Bad timing, fellas. I'm in the middle of something. In exactly 57 seconds, the particles in this mass super accelerator reach maximum velocity. Working with this high harmonic pulse generator and metaplasmic interferometer to reproduce specific spatial conditions which, if I'm correct, will unlock and activate this test sample of Mystech. So whatever you want is gonna have to wait.
Are those Witherspoon time signature drives?
You know they are, Mr. Matavastros. Yeah, I know you. I practically lived in your museum 2 summers ago. So, who's the meat puppet?
He's my tough guy. Ignore him. Tell me, did you calibrate against Gassican frame references? Won't Brownian delineations muddle your Tardion count?
Yes, if I was testing for tardions.
But if you're not testing for Tardions, then that would mean...
Stand by. Well, that sucks.
They ran us through my batteries.
You're saying Ms. Tech is from a future universe?
Well, I can't prove it yet, but yes. And that's not all. Remember the Rudolph anomaly just a few months back? Look at these tachyon readings I took off the Mistech at the time.
What are you saying now? That Ms. Tech responds to spatial disturbances?
Yes. And the bigger the disturbance, the stronger the glow. Smaller ruptures in the fabric of the universe wouldn't register to the naked eye. The glow would be too faint. But get a strong anomaly nearby, and we'd be seeing fireworks.
Doctor?
I don't know. Seems a bit much to swallow.
Doctor?
I figured you'd say that.
Doctor!
Oh, hell.
Oh, no!
Oh, what?
We gotta get out of here.
Out of the lab?
Out of the system. We don't have much time. Move!
Readings show that a huge anomaly hovering over the planet will reach critical mass in about 8 minutes. I could use my private shuttle to get off the planet, but I lost the docking bay keycard weeks ago. Help me find it. I know it's somewhere in the lab. First, we're actually going to go down here. Just here. This will be useful because it's a shield unit for our shuttle, which makes it more resilient. And we're going to save here. Real quick. Excellent. Take it and mark my shuttle at gate 12. Don't use the conveyor belt outside, it's only one way. Take the basement exit. There's a shortcut through the maintenance tunnels. Meet you there, I've got readings together. But hurry, you've only got about 8 minutes before this anomaly reaches critical mass, and who knows what will happen then. Don't leave without me. Now, we have to get all the way back here, and this is why we recorded the color combinations for each door. Because we're going to get through them. Blue, yellow, green. Of course, because we're going through the doors in reverse, we have to use the combinations in reverse. Assuming I don't get lost. Red, green, finally, red. We grab PAL. Save here. Sorry about that. I'm looking to the side real quick. Down and out through the maintenance area, which we now have the key.
Engines are warming up. Where is she?
Oh my God.
Can't we wait for her in space?
No kidding. Let's go.
We give her one more minute.
I can't believe you waited for me.
That's a bad thing, right?
Hold on, kids. We're getting out of here.
Now we steering the ship with the mouse. And trying to hit the shield unit we found earlier gives us a couple extra hits. For the most part, we're in the screen, so we yeah. The ships in front of us start flashing red. So we actually have to avoid. The rest of the stuff is just background noise. Shield. And ouch. I made that survive this first time. Wow. Got that with one hit remaining.
There's a shockwave right on our tail.
Well, get out of the way!
I can't. We've got to get to that cinder spike. Come on, come on, come on.
There it is!
That can't be good.
I can't believe it. The greatest minds of our galaxy, all dead and gone. Gentlemen, science was just set back 100 years.
Oh, cry me a river, sister. You blew up the planet with that little experiment of yours.
You don't know what you're talking about. That mistech you saw was responding to the spatial disturbance that split the planet in half. Nothing more.
She's right, Ace. Shut up and stop trying to look smart. We've got bigger problems.
Engines are dead. Navigation's kaput. And who knows where that cinder spike put us. I can reroute the auxiliaries to pump up life support, but that'll only buy us about 2 weeks. With any luck, we'll drift into a populated system before food runs out.
What are we gonna do until then, man?
Try not to go crazy. Is it you, John?
No. He said it wasn't in the Wu-Chan system.
Ha! That's 20 questions. You guys lose.
So what was it?
Anachronox. Man, you guys are dumb.
But you said it started with a U.
Yeah, I know.
We cried for a while. And I said, if you don't think it's love, leave.
And was it love?
The exact words were, it's love, but it's not in love.
Oh.
Yeah!
Very nice.
Others sad,
I'm all right, pal.
but you don't have a home anymore.
I haven't had a home since I was 16. I'm okay, pal. Really.
Bad, bitch.
Day 9. Bust out the violins. Try day 300.
Look, you left a sock over there. Over there. Is it so hard to pick up after yourself?
What? I was gonna pick it up tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Tomorrow? You son of a...
Should we stop them, man?
Let him kill each other.
Eat it! Eat it! Eat it! Eat it!
Mwah, mwah. Hi. Step back, sister.
Are you kidding? I've been waiting a long time for this.
almost leveled up. 3 riboed power pistols. Can I cook or what? Spatial disturbance that split Sunder in half must have activated my mistech. If I'm right about its properties, this isn't the only slag that's active. I think every slag and mistech around the galaxy can now release the energy that's always been dormant inside it. We were drifting in space for a few days before I noticed my pocket was glowing. It was a slag I kept with me for sentimental reasons. I didn't want to jump to conclusions until I could test it out in an open space, but I was pretty sure I knew what it meant. I've been anticipating this for most of my adult life. So if the coast is clear, I want to share my thoughts and findings with everyone before I move on. Let's use that worktop over there. This should only take a few minutes, so humor me and pay attention. You're gonna love it. Okay, so it appears that you need 3 things to cast Mistech. The first and most obvious thing you need is a slag of Mistech such as the one I employed so effectively in battle just now. As you saw, this one creates a damage and fire effect. For lack of a better name, let's call it a fire slag. If my speculation is correct, different slags have different powers, so we'll have to experiment with other slags we run across and test their effects. More on that in a minute. The second thing you need in order to cast Mistech is an energy source. Once again, surprise surprise, the theories in my books were correct. The glowing rodents, or glodents, originally found on Hephaestus along with Mistech, were not a coincidence. An alien technology related to Mistech, maybe even the Mistech itself, must have irradiated the glodians as an energy source for the slags. Mistech consumes them as easily as our shield cells do. This means energy is our ticket to using Mistech. Okay, now the last and most important element in casting Mistech is you. Mistech needs a conduit to channel out its awesome energy. Without a person to cast it, Mistech is nothing. The slag can somehow read the caster's emotional condition based on various metabolic changes, determining the outcome of the casting in the process. Think of it as a super advanced lie detector. I call it galvanic response polarity. Intense fear and anger may trigger one function, while panic and concern may trigger another. For example, the same fire slag can both burn an enemy and extinguish a burning friend, just as a bane slag that normally hurts an enemy will heal if cast on yourself. Miss Bowman, Mr. Boots is looking a bit funny. In other words, Mr. Boots, all you have to do is to get mad at bad people and feel worried about your friends. Mistech should take care of the rest. It's as easy as just wanting to use it. By the way, this may interest you, Mr. Madastros. My studies of Grodin consumption indicate that the speed in which they're used increases the power throughput of the Mistech. Take Harbin's binary law of energy and apply it to Mistech. You can use Glodens at rates of 1, 2, 4, or 8 times the input level of the device. Fatima, can you project the binary level graph we discussed in the shuttle? It's vaguely like Valiant shells of electrons. The energy flow locks to a certain steps or stages, each twice the cost of the last stage. Beyond 8 times the base level input, certain values approach infinity, so that seems to be the hard limit. No doubt, Doctor, no doubt. Perhaps you might summarize for the layman in the big coat. In a nutshell, whatever the energy cost of operation is at its lowest level, the next level will cost you twice as much. Not only that, but I suspect higher level devices may have lower level effects built in, such that different power levels might produce different effects. Got it? Good, because I'm done. Is that so awful? We're all taking part in a grand experiment, people. Keep an eye out for more Mistech and snap up all the Glodens you can. We're gonna need them. And we also have a party member, and you can see that we now have Miss Beat and Miss Block, which are basically our attack and defense for Mistech related. Miss Power, Miss Affinity. I think Miss Power is how much power you can put out of a Mistech and how, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. We just have the Fire Slag though, so she'll go, I think we'll go ahead and let her keep it. NRG, 32, shield, aha! This is why I didn't have shields on him. Okay. So essentially, NRG, your generator is providing 32 units of energy. The shield that we have equipped can take up to 16. So, in these cases that we have in the rest of them, they have 8 energy and the shield takes 8. So, let me see. You've got a Calisum shield cell. Since she's the only one that uses Mistech at the moment, let's go ahead and pump up the shields for the other party members. So that they actually have shielding. Despite the fact that I was an idiot earlier and didn't use it. Make sure they're healthy again. Anyway, I guess this vindicates me in the scientific community. Too bad there's no scientific community left. Whoever or whatever caused that disturbance is responsible for the death of 6 million people, and there's nothing to suggest it won't happen again. Here, these shield cells should give us a little protection from whatever lies ahead. Come on, let's get off. Okay, what did you just give me? 2 more Calisum shield cells. Boots. You'll notice that the color here is illuminated, showing that they are in our party. We only have 3 characters total in your party out in the world. So, do I want Grumpus or Pal? I'll take Grumpus. Why not? And we'll put him up at buff the shields on each of these guys. Grumpus, my dreams have come true. Mistech is active and I'm alive to see it. This is only the beginning. I expect we've only just begun unlocking it. Let's get our hands on as many slags of Mistech as we can. I don't like this place. It makes me feel funny. Someone's got to stay behind and watch the show. The doctor. I'll take Row for Pal, because those are the ones I put the higher level shield cells on. It starts to save. That is almost an hour, and that's actually a reasonably good place to stop before we head on out to the big wide world that we've just landed on. So thank you very much for watching. We will be back later.